We are live.
Greetings, viewers, all our loyal fans. Welcome to Mensc Ast 5. We've got a very special show for you tonight, coming at you live from Brisbane and Osaka,
yes,
in Japan. We've been experiencing some minor technical difficulties in setting up this broadcast.
I believe we've solved them by now, though.
We think we've solved them.
I think it should be fine.
We'd like to play for you a very special YouTube clip.
Take a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a trip down memory lane. Something that's very dear to our hearts that we'd really like to share with you. But to do so, we need to add another version of me into the call. So we can screen share.
Bizarro Jim needs to join the call.
Okay, so
we can begin.
Just hang in there, because for some reason when I add that version of me, I lose control of the app. So we're running on empty.
This could be the end of the broadcast right here. Yeah. This could be the entire Mensc Ast 5.
We can only hope and pray that it is.
So please welcome Jim.
So Sam, you keep him entertained while I add Bizarro Jim.
Okay. So today we will be reviewing. Oh, Jim very fast. He is looking dapper. Jim.
So you can tell which is the real me, because it's got the cool glasses on.
And the imposter Jim does not have style like the real Jim.
Now I have to mute one of them. I think it's the original one.
I hope all that audio, that good doubled up audio comes through.
It's quality entertainment.
Okay, so now the imposter Jim has been shut up, finally. It's been muted. So
now
we have a very, very special presentation for the viewers of the Mensc Ast today.
So we thought we'd share with you something that we've made recently.
We're very proud of.
7 people have viewed it.
As of this broadcast, 7 people. Who knows where it could be in the future, though. 17?
So I've opened the app, and now I'm screencasting.
Jim, you're giving away our secrets. Our trade secrets.
Oh god. The trade secret is to have no script and think you're a lot more funny than you really are.
That is something I'm very good at. So. That's
what's really kept those 7 viewers coming back.
Rolling in the aisles.
Alright, I'm going to play this video now.
Okay, so we will, strap in, because it's a bit of a roller coaster. This next.
For those of you who decide to skip directly to Mensc Ast 5, as is intended by the linear order of our videos, you may not have seen Mensc Ast 4, and just be prepared. There's some silly business going on in there.
Some adult themes are touched on that as well.
Some very adult themes. Some very childish themes as well.
I'm going to get a bit of a refreshment, because, as you know, this is a bit of a...
Could you have not done that in the 45 minutes?
I could not have, no.
Yes.
No, I couldn't have. So give me 2 seconds.
Oh. Is there anyone actually watching this? If you're watching this, maybe just jump on the chat, send us a message, make a donation.
Also, some real talk. I'm very hungry. So.
Why did you not get food earlier?
Let's begin.
All right, at least we've got a theme now for this episode, which is Sam is getting increasingly more hungry.
Distressingly hungry.
Maybe we could keep it going for the whole 8 hours allowed. And just get slowly more and more emaciated. Wither away. Are you getting double talk yet?
Nope, coming through smooth.
I'm getting a bit of double talk.
Double speak.
Speaking of double speak, welcome to the Mensc Ast 4.
So Jim, unmute yourself on the Mensc Ast. There we go.
Good?
Okay. We are. Here it goes. So as you can see, we started the Mensc Ast 4 on a bit of an action,
We thought
a bit
we'd
of a
give
high
you what you
note,
wanted to see.
a bit of a high note. So what actually was happening behind the scenes was
I can hear two of everything.
So Jim, what were you thinking at this moment?
I was thinking,
because this was our first, of course, this is our first collaboration. You'd done some Mensc Ast.
oh, now I can hear four of you.
You'd done. Stick with me, Jim. You'd done.
I think what's happening is I can hear the voice coming through both of the accounts.
So can you mute the micro? Not the microphone, the audio. Oh, come on, there you go. Now there's two stands somehow. So I'm gonna pause the video.
Oh god. Oh, hang on. I know what I'm doing wrong.
Something
I think I know what I'm doing wrong. I think I need to switch.
A bit of on-the-fly techno bubble.
Hang on, are we still watching the video?
I've paused the video because the start. I'd like to discuss what you were thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, thanks, sir.
So I've just paused it, and we'll get back to it when the technical difficulties have been sorted out.
See, the problem was I kept on switching between the little pictures of my face down the bottom, but I wasn't switching between windows, which I should have been in.
Yeah.
So.
Also, it was staying on the same call. I see. So yeah, so I thought we'll pause it here, just so we can get some initial thoughts, how you were feeling at that moment when our first Mensc Ast, our first joint Mensc Ast.
Well, look, to be honest, I wasn't feeling a whole lot. I'd taken some very strong drugs before, and
it showed. It showed.
I really don't feel a whole lot these days. What were you thinking, Sam?
Oh well, it was actually my first human contact for months at that point.
Yeah.
So
I know you lock yourself.
I was just happy to have some human interaction at that point. Didn't matter how esoteric it was.
I mean, I know how seriously you take the Mensc Ast. You lock yourself in the room for months on end.
I have been compared to a Tibetan monk in that regard. So,
it doesn't show in the video. I mean,
it does not. No, it's amateurish production, but no, there was months, nay, years of preparation went into that. So you need to get the video playing again on your screen on the Jim Brown imposter account.
I'm still getting like doubled sounds here. I'm not sure. There we go. I can get it playing. Oh God. This is a shambles. So Sam, you still there? Sam, are you still in this call?
My microphone was muted and I was talking for about a minute. So
oh, I see. Okay.
that was very entertaining because I'm sharing my screen and it can now be viewed on the broadcast.
Okay.
But that's all you need to do. You just need to do what I did. Because you can't see my beautiful face at the moment.
You just have no idea how confusing this is, having
Yeah.
4 screens.
How has that happened, though? How have you got 4 screens? Like, I only have 1 screen, and it works fine.
Because every screen has got the 2 ones down the bottom. So...
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, so the video seems to have paused itself again, so I'm going to unscreen share.
Yeah, I paused it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get rid of this 4 sounds all coming at me at once.
Mm-hmm. It does give the video a nice kind of rustic feel, I found.
Yeah.
A bit of a old-timey broadcast feel. So you need to get the video, the Mensc Ast 4, on one of your screens. Unmute your microphone as well. And screen share. Unmute one, screen share one. Alright. So where are you at, Jim? Because we're now we've already missed 4 minutes of gold on the Mensc Ast 4 here. I can? You can hear me too? No, I can't. You're not screen sharing it. It's playing though, but you're not screen sharing it. Now it is. There we go. That's what we needed. And you are unmuted, Jim. Can you say something, please? I can hear you. We are good to go, it looks like. Only... Oh. Okay. And there we go. So let's begin. So here we go. Well, we are good to go. Yeah, it will be worth it. I guarantee that. So as you can see here, I was lots has changed since the Mensc Ast 4, hasn't it? I had a haircut. Actually, an interesting tidbit. This was filmed during the day. You can see the bright light coming through the window in my room. It's now nighttime, so a very different feel to Mensc Ast 5. That's correct. That's correct. Okay, so Mensc Ast 4, you can see it started as a very fast pace. Here's us doing an introduction to the... We were actually introducing ourselves because it was the first time we'd done a Mensc Ast together. So... quite successful, but still there was something missing, if I'm not. But eventually you saw the light, and we needed a little spice to be added, so you called over to the land of the rising sun, and the Mensc Ast featuring Sam and Jim was born. It's at the moment it's fine though, so that's my legs. So at the I'd like to bring our attention back to the Mensc Ast. At this point, we're actually talking about ads, favorite ads, and that was actually going to be our theme of discussion for the Mensc Ast 4, but we got very sidetracked, as you'll see further on in the episode. But I believe at this point we're trying to make some conversation about ads. It didn't last long, as you'll soon see, but this is where you'll see it took a strange turn, the Mensc Ast from here. I had some technical difficulties. You can't? Yeah. You should be able just to watch it while it's being screen shared. Yeah. So there's Jim, with, as was mentioned, a towel on his door. Same headphones, I believe. Same headphones. I'm wearing the same headphones that I was during the Mensc Ast tour, but no professor's hat. That's a big change to the Mensc Ast tour. I got yeah. Yes, a big scandal was. Okay, here you can see a little. What were you typing? What were you looking for there? Ah, yes. This is where the this is where the Mensc Ast four took a bit of a turn, a bit of an interesting turn for the best. So from here, it's all bad. Is that what you're trying to say? It's no good. Ah, and that's kind of not so good. I see. Yeah. I can't tell which what you're talking about, the present or the past. The Mensc Ast 4, the Mensc Ast 5. He was far more entertaining than the current present Mensc Ast 5 Sam. Well, the best part about Mensc Ast 5, and this will get better as the series continues, is that they will get progressively longer each time because there's always going to be an introduction to the next Mensc Ast, plus technical difficulties. And yeah, so this Mensc Ast 5, it should be heading to it should be plus over an hour at least. Yeah. Mm. Do you remember when we were talking about our favorite memes? That was a big part of the. Because I sure don't. I haven't seen this for a long time. Yeah, I did. I laughed and laughed and laughed. No, I no. I watched. I didn't watch. I stopped when we started discussing memes. So from here, I haven't seen any of this. Was that present Jim or old Jim? The you've lost the screenshot, Jim. Yes, I think it's been like that for a while. To be honest. That's yeah, that's it. You can see the very confused right now. Mm. But we need to stick. Uh, so this is kind of our live reaction to the Mensc Ast 4 that we're doing right now. We're kind of reacting to it in real time. You've got your screen share's not working again. No, it's screen sharing the other. Okay, it's fine now. It's fine now. No, it's not fine. It's not. It's not. Something changed again. No, I can see two gyms again. Got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so if you can leave it like that. Okay. Okay, that's looking good. Uh, yeah. So what are we talking about now? Let's just listen into the Men's Cast 4 for a bit. Just see where we're up to. Ah, okay. Now I remember now. There's a. Mm-hmm. That is quite ironic. Yeah. So we have children that watch the Men's Cast. So for legal reasons, I'm unable to answer that question. Those children are. But yeah, that's not safe for the workplace. That information. Yeah, as I mentioned in the Men's Cast 4 just then, if you're listening, please feel free to jump on the Q&A, the live Q&A that we have running as well. The Men's Cast 5 live. Men's Cast 5 live Q&A. Well, so please feel free to ask us about the Men's Cast 4, the Men's Cast 5. You just deleted it from the... It's now gone. How did you delete it? Oh my god. So unmute your. Yep. Okay.
We're good. We're cool.
We're good. That was just a little. You can see our there's
I
our.
think we might have gone too far into it.
I think it's fine.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it's fine. There might be a bit of a syncing issue, but
Actually, guys, I think you're in luck. I think you get to re-watch the last minute of Men's Cast 4.
We may have that bad luck Brian joke, which was ironically your least favorite part of the broadcast.
Yes.
Of which there were many low points. We have already watched this, but we're going to watch it again.
So, why the professor hat, Sam?
Well, actually, I'm not a professor, as you can see by it's. But what happened was I actually attacked a real professor. I assaulted a real professor and took the hat, and that's how we got there.
Is the professor still in hospital, or did they get out?
Well, I'm actually not allowed within 100 meters of that particular professor. But from what I've heard, doing great. Doing great. It says it would be a pleasure.
Would you say you taught that professor a lesson?
Yes. But yeah. Right now it's just plain old Sam, plain old non-PhD Sam.
Arguably, he's the lucky one because he doesn't have to watch Mensc Ast 4.
Yes.
Unlike us.
Yes. Some people would agree that being in a coma is preferable to watching this.
So, if anyone asking on the chat there at the moment, why is Sam browsing his phone and looking bored? The answer is he's not. He's answering your questions for the live stream.
Using my phone, which somehow has the Q&A app. That's.
He is enjoying it so much that he wants to share.
Well, I actually had a live stream of the Mensc Ast 5 playing on my phone. So.
Okay.
No,
we seem to have lost sound on the Mensc Ast 4.
No, it's just no one was talking.
No, we've lost sound.
It's coming through on mine, so
oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to hear it anyway.
Well, that's a silly thing to say, Jim. So you can there's our meme that we created.
It was actually inspired by some of the artwork that I'd seen recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been experimenting with cubism, like drawing cubes in Microsoft Paint. Sam had a very Warhol vibe about him.
Yeah.
So what are we saying right now? Can you just relay everything they're saying?
So you can't hear. Is that what's happening?
I cannot hear.
So we at the moment we're trying to in the Mensc Ast 4 we're trying to name this meme with some examples such as mildly disinterested man, the pixel pals, the blurry buddies, that kind of thing. That's what we're kind of discussing at the moment. I believe.
Is it funny?
I believe we settled on the mildly disinterested man meme, which you'll of course see on the sweeping the internet.
Would you say that it's particularly funny? You know,
I'd say it might be too funny, if anything.
Too funny. That's a good thing. Actually, I can't hear it again now because I changed the setting on the volume.
That's good. That's good. Well, yeah. This was a bit of a. I don't know what happened on the video for it to stay on this this still picture for so long. I guess you were.
So I think we're better off for it.
How did that happen? You must be sharing your screen.
I'm not sure. How do we do this anyway?
I
Maybe
don't
if we
remember.
share the screen, it stays on that.
Yeah. Which means
this
video.
They're just going to be seeing the video again, which means they're just going to be seeing the still picture again.
Yes. And the circle is complete.
Lucky guys, you are so lucky. Well, no one will notice if I go and grab a beer then. If you want to duck out and get some food.
So
the truth is, Sam actually ducked out quite a while ago. He pre-recorded everything you're hearing tonight.
Yeah, I haven't been here for a long time actually.
We timed this perfectly.
So
sometimes we talk over the top of each other.
So this, you can hear us having some technical difficulties during the Mensc Ast 4. Thankfully, we've alleviated all of our technical difficulties for this this broadcast. So you've just gone smooth and
yes.
not a single problem. But we had some troubles on this first joint production that we did.
So were we actually drawing stuff on it at this point?
We may have been, but literally nothing's showing up on the Mensc Ast at the moment. So
yeah, let's just listen. Let's listen to what they're saying.
Okay. Let's go for a bit of a ride. Some risky content there. So at this point, I was kind of giving a bit of a background on myself.
I think I was hearing like two videos playing at once there.
The live stream's gone. There we go.
It doesn't seem to be showing anything, does it?
No. This is part of the video though. This is what happens in the video. If you watch the Mensc Ast 4, it's like this.
It's just this. But...
I believe for a long time too. So.
Well, you really have to congratulate those people that managed to watch through this point, because I'm seriously considering switching off this broadcast.
But you wouldn't do that, Jim. And that's why we love you.
This is my livelihood.
That's why we love you. So
all of my money comes from the YouTube videos.
If you want to eat, you have to stay through. Stay and listen. If you want to eat tonight.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Please.
This is hard just to talk. I can't imagine what it must be like to try and listen to.
Well, when it comes time for the Mensc Ast 6, that's what we'll be doing. That's exactly what we'll be doing.
Did we really just have this on screen for 10 minutes?
We must have been doing something. What were we doing in the background? Can you remember?
I remember. There were some very saucy things going on in the background.
I see. Ah, yes, so some very interesting discussion.
I think this may have been some of our patented technical difficulties.
Yes. I believe at this point, somehow you were emailing me the file, this picture.
That's right, yeah.
You were emailing it to me.
I think we had to get you to fax it or something, and then he printed it out.
Yes. Well, I mean, that is still the accepted Japanese way of doing business, is fax, so very relevant. Okay, so we're at the 18-minute mark right now.
We're just getting
impressions up to this point. What are you thinking so far, Jim?
Well,
the first third or so, 18 minutes, about the third of the video.
I'd say the themes have been varied.
Mm-hmm.
The humour has been questionable.
Here we go. Something's changed finally after 10 minutes. Actually, we'll come back to the impressions. We'll see where this is going. So that goatee that you're sporting in the Mensc Ast 4, is that real or?
No, it's something called Google goatee.
Google goatee.
It's like a goatee tool.
That's in beta at the moment, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you were in the trial.
You email Google and ask for Google goatee, and they give you a password.
I believe it's been shortened down to just Gootee.
Google
Gootee is the shortened.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's the new.
That's the app version, is it?
That's the smartphone version of Google Goatee. The iGoatee actually has been announced as well. So.
Oh yes, yeah.
So this
just
is
good. Back to the video here. Looks like we've got some editing going on now.
Something has actually happened in the video. That's you. I believe you're using Chrome at the moment. Are you a Chrome musician?
Yeah, I think we were collaborating.
That's right. We were. But so you're a Chrome user, is that right, Jim? Are you confirming that?
I have been known to use the internet. Sometimes I'll log on to Google.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is us just kind of learning the ropes of our new meme editing software that we developed. Oh, it's brilliant. We had some troubles, but we fought through it and got it.
You know what I've just realised?
What's that?
Most of those reaction videos is just pictures of them. Like, they don't actually speak over the top of the video.
I think
we might be doing this wrong. Guys, tune in for Mensc Ast 6.
You don't say. We may be doing something.
Reaction video.
We may possibly be doing something wrong, but I highly doubt that.
We're also releasing versions of this video where Sam is muted.
Mm-hmm.
You can only hear me.
Only half of the audio.
You have to pay extra for that one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's for premium subscribers.
So, Sam, how would you rate your hunger level at the moment?
It's quite high. Today, what did I eat? So I ate soba, some soba noodles, and there's some tempura today, but not much. Definitely could go a meal now. But
so for those just tuning in, I just asked Sam what he what he'd eaten, how hungry he was. And what did he say, Sam?
So I just ate. Today I haven't eaten so much, so I'm actually quite hungry and would like to eat something as well now, ish.
What was it you said about eating soba?
Whoa! Just on the Mensc Ast 4, the picture has been flipped. On the Mensc Ast 4. So I ate soba noodles today.
Okay.
Yep.
So for those just tuning in, we've just had Sam talking about eating soba noodles. Sam, can you tell us why you were talking about eating soba noodles?
Well, I'm actually very hungry now, so I was just recalling what I was eating, what I've already previously eaten today. That's what I was discussing. Soba noodles, because I'm hungry now.
And what does that have to do with the theme of this video, which is meant to be reviewing the Mensc Ast 4?
Jim, what are you doing here?
It's one of my comedy spins. I'm just swinging off in an odd direction. This is the humor that they tune in for, Sam.
So, Jim, can you read what's being written on the screen in the Mensc Ast 4? Just read that out.
I think it says, "Hey Sam, I've just made the greatest meme in the world. Would you like to see it? I think you will enjoy the heck out it." Mate. I got to admit, that actually wasn't an original. That was one I found on funnyjunk.com.
I see. I was wondering how you could come up with something like that on the spot.
I know.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that you'd seen it somewhere previously.
And for those of you who've been looking for that meme, I actually had to take it down because there was a legal request.
Yeah, they came at us hard. But yeah, we will. We may have some legal troubles in the future with our unauthorized use of the Mensc Ast 4 in this Mensc Ast 5 as well. So hopefully that's okay.
I'm planning on suing. Do you think we might be able to? Could I sue you?
For using it.
If I disowned the first video, which I'm seriously considering doing anyway.
And sue me on the basis of the Mensc Ast 5 using your.
Yes. It would have to be an international legal dispute.
So you can see we actually decided to use Comic Sans for our meme, which is, I think, a masterstroke. Yeah, we do meme quite well, if I don't say so myself.
I think so, and I think it's really interesting looking back, in that video I said this is not working, and we've got a very similar theme going on in this video as well.
Yeah, I feel
it's
like
funny how those recurring things.
running jokes. All good TV shows, that kind of thing. They have running jokes, running gags. That's just our thing.
Speaking of running gags, I was running today, and I thought of a really funny joke. I can't remember it anymore.
But you thought of it at the time.
Oh, it's really good.
Did you laugh?
Oh, a little bit.
A bit of a chuckle though.
You don't want to be
got
laughing.
a chuckle out of you. You got a chuckle out of you. But obviously you were running, so you can't. You don't want to laugh too hard, right?
Have you ever laughed really hard while running?
Not really, no. I don't really think I've laughed ever. Especially watching a Mensc Ast.
I've certainly never laughed.
Near impossible.
No.
So that's our first meme completed and saved up. So that was a quite important moment in the Mensc Ast history. Very first Mensc Ast meme.
Still waiting on the first download of that meme, which will be another major milestone.
Yeah. So you're making a very good point there in the broadcast, talking about this picture being a basis for a whole range of different memes. This picture anyone can use in their own way.
Well, I think that's really where we shine, is that we're versatile.
Yeah.
We're not just
I understand, and I'm sure the viewers too understand.
At this point, you're probably better off just tuning into the Mensc Ast 4 and watching it without us talking over the top of it.
I would recommend that too. Just watch it fresh. Watch it without being soiled by our commentary over the top. It was very pure. That's the thing. It was a very pure. Some real talk here. A bit of That's what I liked about the Mensc Ast 4 that I don't really find is happening in the Mensc Ast 5. We were able to hit some real topics.
I find it's actually a little hard to watch. Like some of my opinions have changed over the past few weeks.
So a bit too heavy. It might have been a bit too heavy, that subject matter.
For example, I don't believe that memes are funny anymore.
That's a complete turnaround. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it started when I made a meme myself in a video that I made. You may remember Mensc Ast 4.
When you made a meme, yes.
And I remember looking at that meme and thinking, I have to pretend that I enjoyed this in this video, but I just can't do it.
But so up to that point, you were a true memer, you would say.
Well,
you memed quite hard.
I had visited meme bases.
Yeah.
I had, I'd seen 3 or 4 memes.
You like kind of dipped your toe in the world. But when we jumped in like this,
yeah,
you kind of I see. I can respect that.
I think I might have.
It's a big step, right? From reading memes to creating your own memes is a big leap that we made.
You know,
I think it changed me. I think it changed me as a person.
I think what it is that I realised that it's too easy, that I'm too good at it, and that my memes are too much better than everyone else's.
Too much better is a big problem. So you can see, like, in the Mensc Ast 4, we're using different colors. We've got a secret meme in the corner. These are things that haven't been explored before the Mensc Ast 4.
Have you seen any secret memes popping up in other corners of the internet?
It's a very slow process, but it's definitely happening.
The fire is starting.
Right. We were like the kindling that started it. Started the raging fire.
The wet, sappy wood.
Yes. Very sappy.
Particularly sappy. Speaking of sappy, Sam, I didn't want to say it, but I'm getting a very emotional vibe from you in Mensc Ast 4. Were you going through some difficult times?
Well, not so much until we started to create the memes. That's what kind of I kind of went through a transformation as we did it. You know, I realized that yes, I can make memes. I can do it, and the power that gave me was very emotional.
Some might compare it to Oppenheimer creating the first atomic bomb.
Right. What was his saying? Because basically his saying is what I said as well, if I could remember it. What did he say? That Mr. Oppie, old Oppie. Oppenheimer.
Well, to paraphrase using a meme, something like, I can has Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah.
Something. So were we getting political at this point?
Yeah. No, this is a bit of a comment on religion that we were making. So, Jim, you're a deeply religious man. So, what was this like to make?
Well, as a member of ISIS,
right,
I found this very funny.
Deeply troubling as a loyal ISIS soldier.
I found that it was, within my realm of humour. As a comedy god myself,
yes.
I do have...
So it was something you were comfortable to talk about, right?
Yeah.
There we go. A little symbolism there that I did. This is a real thinking man's meme, I would say.
What did you what's the circle on the head about? Can you tell me some about the symbolism there?
So that's it's a basketball hoop, and it's symbolizing Jim and his love of basketball, but that he can never quite reach the heights, reach the hoop, reach the heights that his father expected from him. That's what that
Duncan
is.
Dad.
Yes.
We won't talk about Duncan Dad today. Can we leave that for another episode?
Disappointed Duncan Dad.
It's a very emotional topic for me. Can we perhaps a meme episode about Duncan Dad?
We may have
might be the best way to express those complex emotions.
We may have to. That's definitely for a different day, though.
We actually had a lot of pastors and priests contact us about this cross.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's got something to do with a man called Jesus.
Jesus is the pronunciation, from what I could tell.
And
Yeah, but they seem to believe that it's okay if it's used for gin. That's they said either Jesus or gin. Those are the only two people that it's suitable for.
we did have some complaints from hospitals saying that they were confused because they thought that I was a hospital.
That you were a hospital.
Yeah.
That was we got quite a few notes, quite a few on our Q&A, which is currently running the Mensc Ast 5 Q&A.
Which I can't answer questions because it will close the video.
If you have any questions about whether or not Jim is a hospital, please ask in the chat. Jim will not be able to answer, but
feel free to tweet hashtag Jim is a hospital to your followers. Just get the word out there.
So I'm going to put that onto my screen for. Oh, I can't. But imagine.
Hey, can you pause this conversation?
What would you like to pause?
This Mensc Ast.
You can pause it, yeah.
Because
why would you like to do that?
Well, I think the fans might like to see me get a beer and you get some food.
They would like that, actually. So let's pause it when we get to 40 minutes, okay? How about that?
Well, then we only have 14 minutes left.
Okay, pause it now. I'm going to get some food. I will share with the viewers, actually. So we will reconvene.
Paused it for like 40 years.
Are we going to continue the live stream while we leave?
Yeah, or maybe we should just live stream our empty rooms.
Okay, but pause the video and we'll live stream the room. Okay.
I'm going to leave you with a beer bottle with my sunglasses on it as a replacement for me.
This is me now. So, pause the video at any time, Jim. So pause the video.
Oh, okay.
Are you able to do that? So, it's paused? It's not paused?
Do I stop the video? As in stop the broadcast?
No. I'll pause it, and then just leave it like this, okay? So it'll still be streaming. We'll live stream our studios, and then we'll reconvene. Or actually, no. We should probably pause the. Oh no, continue it. Trust me. Tweet it, yes. Okay, so one of us will most likely return before the other, so that will be very entertaining. So, but I'll be quick, okay? But I'm signing out. Do not pause this broadcast. If you're watching, please stay tuned. All right. So just leave it as is, Jim. I'm going. So I am back. Jim clearly isn't. I decided not to go next door to pick up any food. Instead, I got some crisps from the island of Kyushu, which I will enjoy right now. So please sit back and watch me enjoy my chips. Very good. Shoyu, soy sauce flavored. Delicious. I believe Jim is not just getting a beer though. He may be running some errands as well. But I'm not sure. We will find out when he returns. I can hear something in the background. I'm sure you can too. Delicious. I'm sending a message to Jim now on the Facebook app. You can feel free to join our Facebook group, fans of the channel. I can hear someone groaning in the background. Is he concerned or not? Oh, there is the man himself. Welcome back. You did not, but as I have been known to do on the Mensc Ast, I pulled a bit of a rabbit out of my hat, found these, and I'm eating delicious chips from the island of Kyushu. It says potato chips Kyushu shoyu, which means potato chips is potato chips in English. Kyushu is the island, and shoyu is soy sauce. So it's soy sauce flavored potato chips. The recipe was passed down from mother to daughter for generations. So this, yeah, I got it from this potato dip. The Japanese national animal. But mainly from the deceitful mouth. Intermission. We appreciate the patience, the loyalty that you've shown. It won't be fun. Did we lose any? That was actually the most watched segment, I believe. We should probably fill them in. Good idea. Yes. Did you get a beer? That's my question. That could be good. That would have to be that would be kind of a side series to the Mensc Ast. Mm. A bit of observational humor, which is Jim's famous one. To Mensc Ast after dark. After the darkness comes the Mensc Ast. So are we going to continue the video? Feel free to hit play at any time. Well, I can press play at any time. So I'll go ahead and press play. You'll have to unmute one of your microphones. So here we go. Okay, so unmute up again.
How's this?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Left off right where we stopped. There we go. And you can see we're straight back into the memes. Back where we left off.
I don't know if anyone actually noticed it, but there was a bit of a tension going on between me and Sam during this episode.
We did our best to cover it up, but it was definitely kind of just poking its head through. Yeah.
Do you remember what it was about?
I don't. Can you tell me?
Well,
I can't remember.
Sam had killed my father, Duncan Dad, in a tragic basketball incident.
Tragic parasailing accident had caused. You see,
Parasailing basketball incident.
We were fast friends, and that actually had torn a wedge between Jim and I. In fact, he treated me like his actual son, did Duncan Dad, and he wanted to disown Jim legally, but the court system was they tried to put a stop to that.
It's because I wouldn't go parasailing with him.
But Duncan Dad, he was like a father to me.
He loved that parasail.
He loved that parasail up until he flew off straight into Ayers Rock.
Mm.
Head first. But yeah, so the death of Duncan Dad was very fresh when we were filming the Mensc Ast. But I feel like the Mensc Ast 4 it brought us together. It brought us a bit closer.
Well, especially after that tragic accident with Duncan Mum.
Duncan Mum. She couldn't dunk as well as Duncan Dad, but she could dunk.
Well, she didn't like basketball though.
No.
No,
and she was resentful. She was very resentful of the name Duncan Mum.
She was a troubled lady.
Mm-hmm.
Deeply mentally ill. We visited her at her asylum once.
It was not a pleasant experience.
Disturbing.
I believe actually what you're doing now was a tribute to Duncan Mum.
That was our symbol. That was what we used to draw on each other's faces.
Yes. So this
floating green paint.
Touching tribute to Duncan Mum.
She would scrawl it in the wall in her own feces, and I would
tearing at her hair. Those are the days. In fact, that goatee that you're sporting was also a tribute to her, wasn't it?
It was.
She had horrible thyroid problems, which caused accelerated body hair growth all around her body. Oh boy. Could she
Sorry, this made me a bit emotional.
Could she cook pancakes?
Mm.
She cooked the best pancakes ever.
Duncan Mum and the flapjack
Do you remember that?
experience.
Remember what she used to say, Jim? What did she used to say when she cooked us
She
pancakes?
used to say, "I love my pancakes."
Oh boy.
In that voice too.
It had to be that though, yeah.
She had a way of saying it. It was
She
just,
had that deep baritone voice that she was so famous for.
oh man.
That booming, masculine voice of Duncan Mom.
You know, I think it's probably best that she's gone.
I found I've been able to finally blossom as a person since she's dead. Since her passing, I finally.
She was very troubled.
Yeah. And she wasn't afraid to try and drag us down into the mess, was she?
Actually, these men's casts were her idea.
We don't want to be here, but
She locked us in a room and contractually obliged us to record ourselves. So I've got a very coy expression on my face in the video at the moment.
I can see that.
I was thinking about something coy.
Mm-hmm. And you had a coy expression on your face at the same time.
So look, if you've got any comments on the quality of Mensc Ast 4 or on the quality of this Mensc Ast, be sure to tune into Mensc Ast 6, where we'll be reading out your comments.
Only the best comments, only the most liked comments will get read out.
So, what were the other themes that we were going to talk about that I was meant to naturally and organically introduce into the conversation?
Are you talking about this Mensc Ast or the Mensc Ast?
This Mensc Ast, yeah.
Well, it was very tightly scripted. That's true. What else are we going to hit?
Wasn't there like a gag I was going to do with glasses underneath the glasses?
That was, yeah. Also, I've already eaten them, but we were going to... I think I got the package here. So I was eating before... No, that's still the package. But before I was eating... what are they called? Longan. So we're gonna do that. Are we gonna do that bit, Jim? The longan, and then
the longan bit.
Yeah, and then so I'm like, oh, these are really good longans that I'm eating. Good. And you say?
Sam, I thought I told you to save some long ends for the video.
That's right. That was the bit.
The joke was that Sam was addicted to long ends.
Cripplingly addicted to them.
He was cripplingly addicted to long ends.
And affecting all aspects of my life. I lost all my relationships for I was sold out for longans. that was going to be the bit, but due to my obsession with longans, I ate all the longans before we could get to that.
I was trying to introduce it organically, but it didn't come up in conversation at any point.
But as soon as you mentioned the word longans, I started eating them all.
Yeah. It's a real problem he's got.
I try to joke about it, but it's going to be the death.
The humour is the only thing that keeps him alive. He's so desperately addicted.
It's just, it takes over all of my life, Jim. Actually, I didn't want to do it, but this Mensc Ast is a cry for help. So, if anyone's out there,
I think it's pretty obvious that this video is a cry for help from both of us.
Well, I know you're still reeling from the death of your parents, the Duncan twins, Duncan Mum and Duncan Dad.
It was actually Duncan Mum that introduced Sam to long ends.
And I'll never ever forgive her for that.
She did it on purpose too.
Yeah, that was what we loved about Duncan Mum.
She's trying to get us addicted.
She really knew how to. Yeah, she really knew what you would get cripplingly addicted to. She was not afraid to let you know that.
You know, Sam, I've never told anyone this before.
What's
but
that?
The biggest addiction that Duncan Mum ever gave me.
The video stopped playing, but.
Oh.
There we go, and fixed.
Oh, okay. Back to business.
There we go. What were you saying, Jim, before?
For anyone wondering what happened in those few seconds where the video went down, I think I was wearing a goatee and had a green face. May have said something funny.
Highly doubtful about that, though.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, you were saying about Duncan Mum. Oh god, there you go again. And her crippling.
Sorry, every time you say Duncan Mum, I just start drifting away. It's very hard.
Flying away.
So I was saying about Duncan Mum, the greatest addiction she gave me was loving Duncan Mum. I love that woman.
Despite her flaws.
Despite
it was a very it was a tumultuous relationship that you two had, wasn't it?
It was.
Full of crippling lows, but breathtaking highs.
So what drugs were you addicted to when we made Mensc Ast 4?
Oh, during this video? During the Mensc Ast 4?
Yeah.
Well, of course, the affection of Duncan Mum was probably number one.
It's a heady drug.
The attention of Duncan Mum, and I would sit there eating pancakes. I would stuff my face full of pancakes for that woman. But
they were big pancakes too.
They were, yeah.
She would,
and she put some strange ingredients in there too. Do you remember?
She didn't use a pan.
She did not.
She just kind of
actually
cracked eggs on a hot street.
Cake. It was just a cake, but she called them pancakes for some reason.
They were, yeah.
It was just a cake, but she cooked it. Yeah, it wasn't. They weren't chicken eggs, were they? They were ostrich.
She didn't even cook it. She just bought it.
She just bought cakes for us. Here's your pancakes. I can still remember.
She didn't even buy them. She stole them.
She stole cakes and gave them to us. Even though I'm allergic to wheat, she would keep giving them to me. She was a character, wasn't she?
Oh, she was. Did you ever get rocks in your pancakes?
Well, I don't know what she was trying to tell me, but she would often use syringes into my cakes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think it was just a message saying, you know, love is as sharp. You know, love is a.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Like, I don't know what she was trying to say. I got like little folded up pieces of paper in my cakes that said, "Kill yourself." I think that was just her saying to me, "I love you so much."
She's saying, "Yeah, you need to kill this gin and reinvent yourself as
a perfect
as the current gin," and that's what's happened. And that's where the glasses come into it.
And I think I have.
Yeah.
I think that I have killed myself many times.
Thanks to Duncan Mum.
Thank you, Duncan Mum.
Yeah. Her pancakes that weren't really pancakes.
Oh.
Well, lasted with me forever. So you can see on the Mensc Ast 4 we're signing out at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was
Was this like the emotional?
Yeah.
Episode?
Well, you can see I had to take a moment there. I was a bit overcome that we'd done it. We put in all the effort.
You know what I like here is the cyclic kind of theme to this episode. Because we started with you in the hat, we're ending with you in the hat.
A full circle. We've come full circle.
We started very little humour, not very funny, mainly
just
you on
so
screen.
boring as well. Just
Very
so
boring.
Yeah, we
And
started
we've
there,
come full circle.
and there we finished. Yeah. You can see. So it was a very emotional time, wasn't it?
Like, you were really rocking back and forth there, just trying to hold in your emotions.
Yeah, actually, that was Duncan Mum. She was actually in that. You couldn't quite see her, but she was in the room, physically assaulting me at that time,
Threatening you with a syringe from below.
shaking me back and forth.
She
Like
used to
she
love
used to do when I
threatening
was a
Sam
baby,
with syringes.
just like when I was a baby. That's what she would do. She used to pick me up in her arms and shake me violently, while saying, "I wish you didn't exist." That's what she would whisper into my ear. I wish you weren't. I wish you didn't. I wish you didn't exist. And that's so, I was just bringing up those memories. It was very emotional.
Sam, don't. It's too painful. It's literally too painful.
It's literally because she's physically assaulting us.
She installed the shocker on me where every time her name is said, it physically shocks me and it hurts.
Okay, Jim, this is you asking for any last words for the second time in the Mensc Ast.
And you know what? A subtle thing has happened here.
Mm-hmm.
My green face is lined up with my eyes.
Yes.
And that's a subtle nod to the way that when Duncan Mum would gouge out my eyes, she would always put them back in.
She would always, yeah. So it's a nice tribute to her. We do it for her, really. Well, of course, we appreciate our audience. We're thankful for our support, but we're doing it because we're forced to by Duncan Mum, basically. There we go. That concluded the Mensc Ast 4. So you can you go ahead and kick Imposter Jim out of the call if you want. You're muted, by the way. But you can go and kick him out. He's done.
I'm actually still hearing it.
What?
I'm not sure why.
What are you hearing?
I'm still hearing the end of the Mensc Ast.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of you. I can just see the screen share, but that you can kick that out. We'll give our final thoughts.
I'm going to stop that.
Yep.
There we go.
But
That's
full
still
screen sharing mode.
God.
Yeah, I hope that's. You don't need to be screen sharing anymore. Just click out of the screen sharing and it's fine.
There we go. So
okay. And there we go.
I can still hear it.
You can just
horrible.
The call. This is Duncan Mum's doing.
Hang on.
It's what Duncan Mum would have wanted. Well, you just need to delete it. Just get rid of that person from the call. Duncan Mum! That person. Alright. It's probably playing. It's probably on the YouTube. Are you watching on YouTube as well? It's just one thing. This is Duncan. This is Duncan Mum's doing. Is it fine now? Finished? That's amazing. What are you hearing? What are we saying at this point? Okay. Subscribe, no surprise. Yeah. This is quite meta, actually. This is. Thank God for that. Thank Christ it's finished. Okay, so. Duncan Mum. And if you would like Duncan Mum to join our next Mensc Ast, please put that in the Q&A. She will do it whether we want to or not. She will turn up. She has a way about her. She'll be back. She haunts my dreams. When I sleep, she haunts me. She's just there. And that's that. And her patented pancakes. Okay, so let's wrap up the Mensc Ast 5. Distinct lack of memes in the Mensc Ast 5. No memes. So I think we could go back to our roots. Maybe meme. Maybe make some memes. It was good. It was good. I see what you mean. I do understand that. I appreciate that. That's what Duncan Mum used to say. And boy, did she bring the sadness every minute that she was around was just despair and sadness. And as she said, you can't have you can't have happiness. You can't have smiles without sadness. That's what she used to tell us. And that's what she used to tell us while she was trying to drown me in the bathtub. All while trying to force feed me pancakes that weren't actually pancakes. Duncan Mum. Can you put a little graphic up on the word line down the bottom? Just R.I.P. R.I.P. Duncan Mum. Actually, Jim, you'll find if you watch Mensc Ast 4 that you were the one that coined the phrase word line. Yeah, you coined that phrase in the very Mensc Ast that we just reviewed. Just a little message to her too. Otherwise, she said that she'll come and put a red hot poker on my torso if we don't do that. So that'd be much appreciated. I actually can't do it for some reason. I don't know why. On the Google Toolbox. So it says currently the butt chauffeurs, but I'd like it to say something to our beloved. That will do. May she rest in peace. There she is. That's how I remember her. That is how I remember. She used to just tear at our flesh, screaming and biting. I'll never forget. Oh yeah. Right. No happiness. No happiness without that. Yeah, with a kind of disinterested expression would be nice. That's what I was thinking of. How did you find that picture? That picture hasn't been shown before at this Mensc Ast for 10 minutes straight. All right. God, I was so bored, so I was just on my phone. So I'm back now. I'm back now. I think it's to respect and enjoy your memes. Just to enjoy your memes. People take it too seriously now. That's the thing. You got to take a step back and enjoy your memes. That's what I think we got out of it. Yeah, I think making a podcast, like a video, a podcast kind of thing, like a live stream of it, that's just weird for me. See, people take it too seriously. But yeah, I believe we're looking at a schedule of making this a weekly event, the Mensc Ast. So we'll be we'll be looking at yeah, looking good. The streaming. We'll see if we can get. So there's we are two members of the troop, but there's another two members that maybe be able to contribute as well. So far, they've contributed absolutely zero. It's been me and Jim. Right? Yeah, we're currently embroiled in bitter legal action. Yeah, actually, they're being represented by Duncan Mum. Actually, they've hired Duncan Mum as their legal and due to Duncan Mum's burning hatred of Jim and I, she decided to take that case on. So, so now Jim's actually embroiled in legal action with his biological mother at the moment, as we speak. Ah, yeah, that's right. She's Android, right? I forget these things. Yes, the hatred is very human. Uh, but, mhm. I think we should. We'll let it hit up onto YouTube. So the people that are watching it live now, feel free to watch again on YouTube. You'll be able to kind of digest the meta humor that we discussed today. So some things don't don't touch them. I believe at least 90% of them is shards of glass. So just watch out on that. But yeah, we'll hopefully be back next week with the Mensc Ast to 7. Yes. There's actually no Mensc Ast 2. A little bit of trivia. There's no Mensc Ast 2. I don't know why, but it went. Yeah, it's because Mensc Ast 1. A review of Mensc Ast 1. Mensc Ast 1 is 2 minutes long. So. No. It needs. We'll be able to review Mensc Ast 5, which will be. We've been on air for an hour and 20 minutes or so now. So we'll be able to record bombshell. Yeah. And then. Okay. So yeah, we'll log off from here. Thank you for listening. All right. Good night.